confront the hard truths of slavery and segregation and suppression in these United States of America.
Newt, good morning to you.
Good to be here.
All right, so what do you think about Beto?
I think it's a free country, and everybody should follow their destiny, and his destiny is to keep losing.
And so Beto O'Rourke, pointing that out, is a guy who is a rare, brave politician. He's going to beat Ted Cruz. They thought that Ted Cruz couldn't lose in Texas.
That race is a lot closer than people think. And I talked to a number of Republicans over the last 48 hours. They're very concerned. The first time they've been concerned that they could possibly lose a statewide race in Texas in 20 years.
Ted Cruz is the weakest guy I've ever seen. Compared to this strength, he's going to get clobbered.
Beto O'Rourke wins in Texas, he's automatically near the top of the pack for 2020.
He's already a rock star. He becomes the biggest rock star in the country.
CBS News projects that Senator Ted Cruz has won re-election in the state of Texas.
Congressman, can you say definitively that no matter what happens tomorrow, you will not be a candidate for president in 2020?
I will not be a candidate for president in 2020.
Is that reversible? You're saying you'll never run for president?
That I'm not looking at 2020, and in fact, I'm completely ruling that out.
Beto O'Rourke is in.
Amy and I are happy to share with you that I'm running to serve you as the next president of the United States of America.
So here comes Beto O'Rourke.
Can he take the same approach that he did in the midterm elections against Senator Ted Cruz, where he sort of became this rising star in the Democratic Party, and apply that on a national level to do that, to get the Democratic nomination and beat President Trump? He seems to think that he can. We
have so many good supporters, and we're building our team, the best possible campaign staff we could have in Iowa, in New Hampshire, in South Carolina, in Nevada, across the country. So I feel extraordinarily fortunate to be part of this amazing movement.
Well, Congressman, not too long ago, you were a huge rising star. You were on the cover of Vanity Fair. We talked about it on the show. You're polling at 0%. You're trailing Marianne Williamson in the important state of New Hampshire. Your fundraising numbers have gone down by a third. This isn't great for momentum. Why do you think it's cooled?
But I think you know that at this time in many presidential races,
you're polling at 0%. You're trailing Marianne Williamson in the...
That's what we're all about. And I got to tell you, I feel great when I'm with people, listening to people, and being with our supporters and our volunteers.
You're polling at 0%. You're trailing Marianne Williamson.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
We've never been guided by a poll before. If you were to look at the Texas Senate race.
So we have some breaking news, though, folks. Beto O'Rourke, the former congressman from Texas, is dropping out of the Democratic race. Does that make you happy or sad, Jesse?
So sad.
Well, the voters saw that he wasn't really a credible candidate, and he was toast after the gun grab deal. And I feel like if I was a donor, I'd be wanting my money back.
It was just this past spring, believe it or not, that Beto O'Rourke summed up the 2020 presidential race this way, quote, like, this is the fight of our lives as Americans and as humans, end quote. You can probably tell I want to run, he told Vanity Fair at the time. I think I'd be good at it, he said. Well, many in the national media agreed. They thought he'd be good at it, too. Turns out he wasn't. O'Rourke quit the presidential race today after thoroughly humiliating himself and the Democratic Party.
Beto, did you hear? Beto. Oh, that poor bastard. Well, poor pathetic guy. He was pathetic. Remember the arms are flailing. Remember that, you know?
Beto O'Rourke announced he is suspending his campaign.
On Twitter, O'Rourke wrote, "Our campaign has always been about seeing clearly, speaking honestly, and acting decisively. In that spirit, I am announcing that my service to the country will not be as candidate or as the nominee. I am grateful to all the people who made up the heart and soul of this campaign."
Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
I am your voice. but he's waving his arms and going crazy. And I said, what the hell is he doing? What is he on?